Ever wondered what it really takes to build a partnership that lasts? Not just by accident, but on purpose? Well, it turns out it's not about luck. It's about having some really clear, intentional agreements. Today, we're going to dive into some amazing advice from Pastors Kingsley and Mildred Okonkwo. We're breaking down their key ideas into 3 foundational pillars for building a marriage that's truly strong. You know, the Okonkwos have this perfect analogy from a flight they took. To get the privacy barrier between their seats to go down, they both had to press a button at the exact same time. But to make it go back up, only one of them had to press it. And isn't that just marriage in a nutshell? Building that intimacy, that connection, takes 2 people working together. But putting up a wall? That only takes 1. Okay, so how do we keep that barrier down? How do we make sure we're both always pushing the connect button? We're going to break down their wisdom into 3 big ideas. First, we'll talk about the absolute need to agree on unwavering commitment. Second, what it means to practice radical unity. And third, learning the language of connection. So let's get into it. All right, first up, the bedrock, the foundation of it all, commitment. This is about setting the rules of the game from the very beginning. And you have to understand that those rules change, completely the moment you get married. So before they got married, the Okonkwos had this incredible agreement. They told each other, hey, if at any point, even if we're at the altar, you feel this isn't right, you can back down. No hard feelings. That was their out clause. But the second they said I do, that agreement completely flipped. The new rule became, divorce is not an option. There is no exit, period. And here's why that no exit rule is so powerful. Think about their room on fire analogy. If a fire starts in a room that has doors and windows, what's your first instinct? Get out, right? You'd probably run, maybe even knock someone over to escape. But what if you were in a room with no doors and no windows? Well, running isn't an option. Your only choice is to work together and put out the fire. When divorce is off the table, you're forced to turn and face the problems together. You have to fix them. And that idea of being locked in together leads us straight to our second pillar, practicing radical unity. This is where that abstract idea of commitment gets real. I mean, daily life rubber meets the road real. It's about truly, genuinely going from me and you to us. The Okonkwo say this oneness has to be total in 3 critical areas. First, your money. We're talking joint accounts, total transparency. Second, information. No secret passwords, no phones you can't look at. And third, family. You literally exchange parrots. Their family becomes yours, and your family becomes theirs. No more in-laws. This brings up a really tough question, especially when it comes to money. Kingsley puts it this way. Why would you trust someone with your life, the most precious thing you own, but you feel like you need to protect your money from them? Wow. It just makes you stop and really think about what you truly value and whether your actions line up with your commitment. And the same exact idea applies to information. If you're hiding your phone or you always carry it into the bathroom with you, you're basically making yourself a suspect. The goal is to be, as they put it, naked and not ashamed. There shouldn't be any part of your life that's hidden from your partner. That kind of openness, that's what builds rock-solid trust. Okay, so you can have total commitment and you can practice radical unity, but if you're not speaking the right language, the whole thing can fall apart. So our third pillar is all about mastering the language of connection. Mildred Okonkwo tells this absolutely hilarious story from early in their marriage. She was really upset about something, so she was just sulking around the house for days. In her head, it was super obvious she was mad, but Kingsley, he had no idea. He just thought she was being extra spiritual, deep in prayer. It made him feel like he needed to pray even louder. And that's when she had this huge realization. Men don't read minds. So her advice is that you have to literally write the news for them. If you want a specific bag for your birthday, don't just drop hints. Step 1, say it. I want this bag for my birthday. Step 2, a week before, remind them. Step 3, send them a picture. And then step 4, when you get it, be grateful. You have to be direct and teach your partner what you need, because just hoping they'll figure it out is a recipe for disappointment. So when you bring all of this together, the commitment, the unity, the clear communication, what's the one thing holding it all together? It's this deep, selfless mindset. It's the final shift from thinking about me to living completely as we. And it really comes down to this one simple but incredibly powerful agreement. My number one job is to make you happy, and your number one job is to make me happy. It's not about watching out for your own interests. It's about actively, constantly looking for ways to serve your partner and make their life better. So how do you keep that mindset going day after day? Well, it's about constantly asking one simple question. Are you happy? And this isn't something you ask once a year. It's a regular check-in. It's the question that keeps you connected and makes sure both of you always feel seen, cared for, and like you're the #1 priority. Look, building an incredible marriage isn't some big mystery. It's a choice. It's a series of intentional agreements that you practice every single day. It's about taking away the exit door, becoming one, speaking clearly, and making your partner's happiness your main job. So, the question I want to leave you with is this. What one agreement, if you started it today, could change everything for you?